Will Harris, good enough to join us in studio. Dreams Come True radiothon going on right now. It ends tomorrow. We've been telling you a grand prize, awesome thing we've done the past few years. Instead of traditional radiothon, been more of a, we'll get like a great trip or something, and we'll ask you to buy raffle tickets for it, and then we'll give it away. Last year was a ticket to LSU, Texas. This year, is a trip to the Astros home opening series. All 3 games, travel, hotel, lodging, everything. I think they're going to throw in meals. So they open up at home against the Angels, so tickets to all 3 games, travel. And by the way, if you don't win, the worst thing is that you donated some money to make dreams come true for kids with terminal illnesses or life-threatening illnesses in Louisiana. So Will Harris is here, kind of bebopping around. You're just doing like the media junket, I guess, right?
Yeah,
taking
Super
the station.
Bowl Media Day. It's Baton Rouge Media Day for me.
It's a very scaled down Super Bowl Media Day, bro. It's like it's our 4 stations, but we can call it Super Bowl Media Day if that works for you.
Yeah, it works.
Last time we talked was when Terrio was in here, and you had just signed your deal with Washington. So in that interim, how's life?
It's been status quo. It's been normal for me.
You here? Baton Rouge?
Yeah, here in Baton Rouge. Yeah, just a lot of kids carpool line. We'll go and work it out with my boy Carlos, and then kids carpool line.
Yeah.
And then making some dinners, and that's about it. So it's been good. It's the winter time for me is like, it's try to slow pace as much as I can, but it turns into a hustle and bustle like everybody else's life.
When do y'all report?
I report, our start date is the 12th of February, so I'm actually going to head out probably end of next week sometimes. I try and stagger it where, like, if I have a heavy day and maybe the next day I need to take a day off, I'm like, all right, I'm going to hop in the truck and drive tomorrow so I don't miss an actual day of things I need to be taking care of.
You're driving to D.C.?
No,
where's spring training?
West Palm Beach. We actually share with the Astros.
Okay.
So I get to see all my boys.
There you go.
Get to go to dinner. Like I said earlier, we can tee it up and play some golf with all my boys with the Astros. So it'll be good.
At what point in your career is it acceptable to go play golf during spring training?
Yeah. So for people to know about it,
okay.
I remember being a rookie.
Now, here we go.
I remember being a rookie and wearing clothes to the field, like jeans and a T-shirt, and then having the golf gear in the truck. So as soon as we busted out, of like changing on the way to the course and like, hey, don't tell anybody,
right.
That we're going to play golf today and yesterday and the day before.
Right.
Right.
But how many rounds? How many rounds?
Now, once you get a little, you get a little tenure under your belt, I walk in there, with the full gear. I don't care.
Hey, Skip.
Yeah.
Long toss is done.
Yeah.
I got a 10:30. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
But you also went to the championship game. We talked about that. So didn't you tell us you rented, if I remember correctly, you got like a party bus?
Got a party bus.
All right, give me some stories.
Nah, I mean, hey, we just picked us up in U Club, man, where my house is, and I had a bunch of family and friends. We hopped on. And actually, we were really nervous about traffic for one, how close we could get to the dome. It was seamless. We hopped on the bus. Took us an hour and a half. He dropped us off on Poydras, right in front of the dome. Tailgated on the corner, right there on Poydras. Had an amazing time. And then, obviously, the Tigers win. We had a little thing. It's like, hey, listen, as soon as Ed Ogeron says "Go Tigers" on his victory speech, that's our cue to everybody to head back to the bus.
You know what's crazy about it though? Nobody left.
Yeah.
Like, LSU won and nobody left.
Yeah,
everybody stayed to watch the. And I guess why would you leave at that point?
Right.
You're pot committed. But it's like normally people are like, let me go beat. It's a Monday night. Let me beat the traffic to get back to BR for a lot of people. But everybody stayed for that, man. So y'all. So Ogeron says "Go Tigers." Y'all
back to the bus.
What time did you get back to BR?
I don't remember. There was some adult beverages, but but it was. We got back and we got back safe and sound, and it didn't take us 5 hours, so that was good.
Amen to that, man. You should have. That's a missed opportunity because we did all of our shows right there in Benson Tower, overlooking Champion Square, and the auctioneer folks had an awesome setup, and I mean it was a really good time. So so next year when they're in it again, well, I guess it'll be in Miami, but we'll have some setup. You come.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, G Rush. If LSU's back in it, start saving now. No excuses. I'm going.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little about Dreams Come True. How many years, or is this your first year being involved with Miss Becky and the organization?
I think it's been 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Betch being a good friend of mine, invited me to come down here a couple years ago, I feel like, and kind of done the circuit. And and I was saying this earlier. I don't like me and my wife don't really say no. You know, I don't have a foundation of my own, and it's kind of by design because we like to be involved in as many things as we can. So for that, when people call me or a friend or a teammate or has a foundation, it's like, will you just let me know, whatever it is, and we want to be a part of it.
That's cool.
And so, and I was saying, you know, with the Nola's Foundation, that their bowling event that they're having, you know, gonna get a lane for that and try and just, you know, everybody here in town, and then guys that I play with during the season.
Yeah.
Too, so.
And I'm sure you get pulled in a lot of directions, too. And for those that don't know, Dreams Come True, it's an awesome organization. They're Louisiana-based, and they raise money, and all the money they raise goes to grant dreams for kids with terminal illnesses or life-threatening illnesses. And it's not just the kids, too, it's the family also. So, like, if it's a kid who has a couple of siblings and their dream is to go to Disney, they'll send the whole family. I mean, it's such a great organization. We're thrilled to be a part of it, man. So we ask people every year, like, you know, it's the one time a year where we promote a lot of things. We're happy to help promote a lot of things. But this is like the one time of the year where I'll actually be like, please give your money.
I do a lot with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Astros Foundation in Houston, and I had and you can, if I would ask if people Google the story of Cameron Gooch, who was a good friend of mine and a Make-A-Wish kid who passed away due to his illnesses in the winter of 2018, and changed me forever. That kid changed me forever, and so anything like this, like if I can be a part of it, me and my wife definitely can, and we've been really close. My wife stays in touch with his mom and dad on a regular basis. So it's an amazing thing what you know what kind people can do.
It's very true. So it's easy. Tickets are $10. If you can go to 1045ESPN.com, you'll see the Dreams Come True Radiothon Flipper. You can go buy your tickets for $10. Buy as many as you want. I mean, buy a ticket, buy 10 tickets, buy 100 tickets, buy whatever you can, and it's $10. And maybe you win a trip to the Astros home opening series this year. You won't get to see Will because he'll be in D.C. He won't be there. He'll be in D.C. Yeah. But you'll get a chance to go to Minute Maid. You get to see the 3-game set with the Astros and the Angels. You get transportation, lodging, food as well. And worst case scenario again is that you help a great organization. A couple more things. Tigers next year. Or are you familiar at all with this baseball team with LSU? Have you gotten to see him at all?
I mean, I see him working out. I go. Have
you been out there?
So yeah, they got some big boys.
Dude, give me a thought on some of the arms, because the thing is, like, if they can keep him healthy, there's a lot.
That's been the thing. Yeah, they got a lot of guys that throw a lot harder than me. So I mean, that's a plus. And so they have a lot of talent. And but you know, eventually it's like, man, you know, players got to play well to win games, and so it's up to those guys. And I know they're doing all the work right now to get ready, and hopefully, you know, they can put all the talent together and win some games this year.
I got a tweet from Terry. Weird to see Will Harris smile. He's so intense when he pitches. like, you know what's weird about
I get that a lot.
Do you really? Because I guess I know you more like this than. I mean, I like when you pitch. I mean, I watch, but I guess I know you more like this, to where it's like, Will's such a happy guy. Like, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not out there pitching like having a great time. Like, if we're being honest, like I'm trying to grind through at bats and figure out a way to, you know, get Mike Trout out. Like, that's not fun. So, you know, I'm in my own little head, my zone, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, I guess I make some mean faces a lot. I get that a lot.
When you got 91, 92, you got to put it where it's got to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Not 99, 100.
I got to focus more than the next guy.
I hear you, man. Will Harris is in. Let me not forget this as well. Every guest gets a gift from Dead Soxy, our sponsor. So there's a premium dress socks. There. I tore the envelope. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll turn it around.
Open it up. Like it's they're purple and gold socks.
Okay.
So when LSU's in the national championship game next year, you can wear your Dead Soxy socks. So spring training, and then when do you head to DC?
So I think opening day. I haven't looked at our schedule. I think we open up in March.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know it. I don't know it.
End of March.
I'm still on my LSU football hangover.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. Like I'm just preparing, doing my normal stuff this year, and I'll take it a day at a time when spring training starts, and yeah, that's it. But yeah, we head to DC sometime late March.
And you said you'll be with the Astros guys. Do you expect the sign stuff to come up in spring training?
Yeah, I mean, I think it will. You know, I'm having this conversation it's inevitable. People just it's turned into obviously a nation worldwide media thing, and I'm sure the questions are going to be there, and the media is going to want to grab guys, especially the DC media's. I'm going to be their their vessel to Houston and what happened, but I'll just say this, that I don't feel like the whole story is being told, and also there's a lot of false things that are being said about a lot of really good people, and so when you read those things, it hurts, And talking to Blaine earlier, we're in this, Joe Rogan calls it recreational. God, I don't remember what he said. Yeah, recreational outrage, and it's like the society that we live in.
Good way to put it.
And so it's just, we're all in it together. Like I'm not making excuses about anything, but I just look. There's a lot of good guys there, and were mistakes made? Absolutely. To the extent in which people are saying, absolutely not. And hopefully one day the whole story can be told, and we can move on.
But the one follow-up I had was, do you think that that'll happen soon, the whole story? Because I told you this off air. My comp is kind of like the Saints bounty gate. And everyone kind of looked and were like, yeah, but they were just the scapegoat where it happened, and it just feels like the whole league has moved on from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think like it'll be like how long it'll take? Maybe you haven't given this any thought, Will, but how long it'll take for baseball as a whole collective to move on?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's new to everybody, and it's a difficult, it's a complicated spider web of that we're all kind of stuck in, and I don't think people know which direction or to go or what to say.
Yeah.
So I think as we get further away from it, it'll all work itself out.
I respect that, man. I know it's not why you're here to talk about that, and I do appreciate a couple thoughts. It's like the 6,000-pound elephant in the room that you can't ignore.
It's all good, man.
But dude, I mean, you know how I feel about you, and I appreciate so much you coming in, not only for the show today, but for Dreams Come True and lending your support to a great organization, man. I mean, it's when we have the pleasure every year to be here for this event, and they bring so many of the Dream kids through, and it's perspective. I know what me and Erica went through with Drew, and it's not all about that, but you do have you mentioned your story working with Make-A-Wish kids in Houston, and it's like when you see it and it's so real, and you see how these families are touched by it, it's impossible not to be moved.
Yeah.
And it's like you're so grateful for the blessings that you have, and you want to be able to give whatever you can. So I know that's why I push so hard with this organization. I'm sure that's why you keep coming back too.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back whenever asked.
He's Will Harris, Washington Nationals pitcher. Will Harris. That's so weird to say. Is it weird to say?
It is. My son's favorite color is red, so that's
good.
That's how I explain it to him. Like, Daddy's playing for a red team now. He's like, all right,
okay, Dad, all right.
I get behind that.
And I actually do. True story. I have a Nationals hat in my office. It's like, this is, I got to say, like at a radio station, people just dump stuff at, like, all the time. They send you stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you wear, whatever. Like 10 years ago, a box of Major League Baseball hats showed up here. Like hundreds of hats. Like to this day, I have no idea where they came from, why they were, for what purpose, but we got a box of hats. And they were just loaded up in Charles Handegrift's office. And I was the only guy here at the time on air. And I thought the Nationals hat would look cool. I was like, I'll take one of those. Yeah. It's like, I think they maybe had a Blue Jays hat and a Nationals hat left. I was like, give me that one. So it's sitting in my office.
Hey, well, we have, if you need some Astros gear, I got that for you. Because I'm not.
Do you keep it?
Hey, look, I donate a lot of it.
Okay.
My brothers take a lot of it. My brother-in-laws take a lot of it. Yeah. We have the Big Squeezy Astros. We're trying to deck those coaches out with some Astros gear.
What's the Big Squeezy Astros?
It's Blaine and my brother and a bunch of my buddies, their sons, they play.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the Astros. So I try and throw them some official
Astros
gear.
For sure.
The swag.
So, do you believe that as kids, if like you go out on the field and you look the part, like, the wristbands right here and the super official looking stuff that the kid in the other dugout's like, oh crap, we got no shot. Because I was the kid in the other dugout always.
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
No, I don't believe that. No.
Do you have any Diamondbacks gear?
I may have a few. No, I think all that's been donated. A little bit of Rockies gear.
Yeah.
It's tough to get rid of it. You get these big Majestic as the logo, these jackets that are like $350. Like, I'm never gonna wear it unless I'm at the top
the
of
big puffy
mountain. And even then I probably won't wear it because it's a Rockies jacket.
Yeah.
But I can't bring myself to throw them away because they're so expensive. So I have a closet filled with a lot of that stuff.
That's interesting. Like, that would be a really good like Instagram story. Like, let's go through all of our crap now that we have. By the way, all right, I know I keep saying that. Why are the Diamondbacks uniforms so hideous?
They were trying to rebrand themselves. They were trying to become like the Oregon of baseball because they don't really have a true fan base, right? Nobody lives in Phoenix who's from Phoenix. It's all Canadians that have transplants, LA, the Bay Area. So they were trying to bring some fan base. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to the equipment story real fast.
No, dude, take your time.
Teammate of mine, Colin McHugh, what he does every single year when he packs his locker up, okay, he puts it in a box and he labels it like 2019 and he tapes it up. And when he has 2 sons, so when they get older, he's gonna give them the boxes.
That's a cool idea.
And they're going to be able to open it up, and it's going to be like the time capsule of that year. So, like,
that's phenomenal.
All of his gear, his gloves, his cleats,
his
like
cup.
All that. Yes, cup.
I got to ask that.
Not a lot of guys wear cups anymore.
If Terrio were here, he would have asked that. So nobody wears a cup anymore?
Nobody wears a cup anymore.
Nobody.
Not a catchers, and like maybe 2 other people on the team.
Who's the guy that wore the cup last year?
I mean, it'd be the catcher, and then I can't name one.
Nobody else.
I can't name one.
Nobody ever ends up having the wedding tackle dismantled, huh?
Nobody does.
So why did we ever wear cups to begin with?
I mean, infielders don't really get in front of ground balls anyway. They just kind of like get off to the side.
No, you're right.
So,
you're so right.
Like, I don't think they really need one.
Everything is like charge and then inside and scoop and throw.
Then show the arm.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know.
I'm kind of enjoying this conversation. We've gone down a tangent I didn't expect us taking, but I've really enjoyed it. So what else? Like, do you think he washed all of that all the stuff in there?
Well, I mean, it's the big league, so yeah, it's clean.
Okay.
When you take it off, somebody's there to pick it up and wash it before you even know what happened.
I think about that sometimes, like with the Hall of Fame. You know, like if this jersey's going to the Hall of Fame, do they just take the jersey?
I had some stuff go to the Hall of Fame.
You had from
the combined no-hitter.
Oh, that's so true. So, did they take your jersey?
So what they do is they'll put this like iridescent, you can't even see it, mark on your stuff. So like my glove, for instance, has a mark in it. And then if they so that proves that it was the glove that was used, yada, yada. But they took stuff from it,
Did they wash it?
I don't know.
Okay, so here's the thing.
It was like a jersey.
I know we're going so far. Like we're down this. Like Musso's looking at me like, you idiot, look at the clock. But it's like we're so far down the rabbit hole now. And you probably have to go too. But
no, that's all right.
The people that do the jersey exchange thing on the field, like in football now.
Yeah,
it's a soccer thing forever, but football players are starting to do it now.
Right.
I asked this question of somebody. It might have been Ryan Clark or who was it? I forget. I asked somebody, and I'm like, do you wash them right before you go? Because they'll frame them and then put them. They're like, no, it's got to stay authentic. I'm like, sweat and dirt and vile, like that's just going to grow and fester in there. Like 10, 15 years from now, you're going to have organisms growing in your wall.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I've never done the jersey thing. I'll tell you the job I want when I'm done playing is the MLB authenticator. So there's a guy, his only job is to like put stickers on like these socks and just be like, that's Will Harris's authentic. It has a little hologram on it with a barcode. Good. And so every ball that comes out of every game, we go through how many balls in a big league game. Like
I don't know how many.
Touches the grass, they get rid of it.
Yeah.
And they throw it over the MLB authenticator guy, and he puts a little hologram on it, and then they sell it in the pro shop because it's a game-used ball.
Oh.
Or every jersey, if Bregman hits 3 homers, they strip him down, MLB authenticate it all. And then he gets to keep it. But like one day, if his son wants to sell it, like this is the jersey my dad was wearing when he hit 3 homers, you just barcode that little thing on there, and it's like, yep, that's the real thing.
What do you think they did 50 years ago? What do you think they did 10 years ago?
They gave them to people. I got a lot of stories I could tell you. We'll be here all day.
So when are you coming back to tell the stories?
Well, I'll just tell you one night over some whiskey or something.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. I got lots of it at my house. I don't know if you've seen it. You have that. You have seen. Okay, we'll come over and we'll drink some whiskey. Will, thanks for coming in so much,
thanks,
man.
Guys.
Will Harris, Dreams Come True, Louisiana. The radiothon's going on right now. Please, please, please get to 1045ESPN.com. Buy your raffle tickets and see if you can win a trip to the home opening series for the Astros this coming